Hey, how's it going? Shabbat Shalom, everyone. To all my set apart Mishpaka. Um, I like to read a couple chapters today. The first chapter I'd like to read is Ecclesiastes chapter 3. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heavens, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get and a time to lose, a time to guard and a time to cast away, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. What profit has he that works in that wherein he labors? I have seen the travail which Elohim has given to the sons of men to be exercised in it. He has made everything beautiful in his time. Also, he has set the world in their heart, so that no man can find out the work that Elohim makes from the beginning to the end. I know that there is no good in them, but for a man to rejoice and do good in his life, and also that every man should eat and drink and enjoy the good of all his labor. It is a gift of Elohim. I know that whatsoever Elohim does, it shall be forever. Nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it. And Elohim does it that man should fear before him. That which has been is now, and that which is to be has already been. And Elohim requires that which is past. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. I saw in my heart Elohim shall judge the righteous and the wicked, for there's a time for every purpose and for every work. I said in my heart concerning the estate of the sons of men, that Elohim might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts. For that which befalls the sons of men befalls beasts, even one thing befalls them, as the one dies, so dies the other. Yea, they have all one breath, so that a man has no preeminence above a beast, for all is vanity. All go unto one place, and all are of the dust, and all turn to dust again. Who knows the ruach of man that goes upward, and the ruach of the beast that goes downward to the earth? Wherefore I perceive that there is nothing better than that a man should rejoice in his own works, for that is his portion. For who shall bring him to see what shall be after him? Now we're going to turn to Enoch chapter 92. Enoch chapter 92. That which was written by Chanach, he wrote all this instruction of wisdom for every man of dignity and every judge of the earth, for all my children who shall dwell upon earth, and for subsequent generations, conducting themselves uprightly and peaceably. Let not your ruach be grieved on account of the times, for the Holy, the Great One, has prescribed a period to all. Let the righteous man arise from slumber. Let him arise and proceed in the path of righteousness in all its paths, and let him advance in goodness and eternal clemency. Mercy shall be showed to the righteous man. Upon him shall be conferred integrity, and power forever. In goodness and in righteousness shall he exist, and shall walk in everlasting light. But sin shall perish in eternal darkness, nor be seen from that time forward forevermore. So what they're saying here is that there's a time for everything, right? And behind me on the screen it says, what does the times we're living in mean to you? There is a time for everything. So what does the times that you're living in right now mean to you? Because you were meant to be put here at this time. You were born at this time to be living in the times that you're in, and to see the things that you're seeing, and to go through the things that you're going through. This is a time that was appointed to us to be here right now, to see all these things that are happening in the earth. We live in a time right now where I say it all the time. Information and knowledge has been increased. This is a time where if you want to know something, you can find it. If you really search hard and diligently and pray on things, you can find what you're looking for. So this is a time that we were appointed to be in right now and to live in. And there's going to be a period of time for sinners. It's going to come time for them to be destroyed, and it's going to come a time for the ones who have stood for the word and have walked in the paths of righteousness that the Father has given us. We're going to have our time. We're going to have our place and our time to we're all going to reap what we've sowed. If you've sowed bad seeds, you're gonna reap bad fruits, and if you sow good seeds, you're gonna reap good fruits. And we are going to see this. There's going to be a time for the sinners to be destroyed, and there's going to be a time for the righteous, who have no matter what adversity came their way, they stood for the word, they stood for the truth, no matter who didn't like them, no matter what anybody said about them, no matter what was said, it didn't matter. You have stood for the truth, and that will be in remembrance when we stand before Him on Judgment Day. That's going to be our time that is appointed, and we live in this world right now that has been appointed for us. It was appointed for us to be here right now to see the things that we're seeing. And hereafter, we're going to have our time also. So everything under the sun has a time, an appointed period that it's supposed to happen. So that's just the thought for the day. What does the times we're living in mean to you? There's a time for everything. So that's just the thought for the day that I had. And shalom. I'll see you next time.